Hey everybody, Dave here with Wags Automotive again. And I worked on this 48 Chevy truck last night, putting them panels in. I didn't get everything done I wanted to do, but I worked on it until about 2 o'clock in the morning. And I wanted to make it look good, so it took me a little bit of time, but I think it looks real good. So let's take a look at it real quick, show you guys what I did. And you guys tell me what you think, comment below. Tell me what you think of how it looks after I removed all that rust and welded in the cab corners and all that. So let's take a look, okay? All right, let's go. All right. Okay, so I didn't get the cowls done last night because I ran late. But let's look at the back of the cab here. So here's the cab corners welded in, and all that rust is gone. Took that out. There's the other cab corner. So yeah, I worked on those for a while. And I think I showed you guys before when I had these cab corners in that I had self-tapping screws holding them in place. So what I do with these things is I put self-tapping screws in them around the perimeter, and then to bolt it in place, and then I weld all the way around the outside of it. And I got to do spot welds, individual spot welds all the way around the outside of it. And then when I'm done with that, I pull the screws out and I weld those holes shut too. So it's actually double welded, which is really good. Works really well, makes a really strong panel, and turned out really nice. Even the door jambs, you can see they look really good, nice and clean. And then the biggest thing, probably the longest time it took me last night was grinding all these welds down. That takes forever. But as you can see, they're looking pretty good. You know, they're gonna have to put a little bit of filler in here, but I mean it's only probably 1/8 of an inch deep, so it's not going to be a big deal. To blend that, it's gonna be pretty easy for the body man to do that. That's just pretty common. You can try to butt weld this stuff, which is actually this piece here across here that I replaced. I actually did butt weld it here and there, and also in the middle right here, I butt welded it. And I mean, you can see that weld there's almost gone. But to try to piece all this together and butt weld it would be really hard to do. And like I said, it's you got a nice big area here so you put a layer of filler in there and sand it smooth, and it's going to be a really thin layer. It isn't going to hurt anything. That's pretty typical of how body shops do stuff like this. So yeah, and I'll show you the piece I took out of the back of the cab. So let's just throw it down here on the floor, and you can see this is the piece I cut out on the back of the cab. You can see how bad that was, just full of holes and rust. And I didn't want to leave that in there because that's not something that's going to last very long with a fresh paint job on it. So I took that out, and I think it turned out really good. You guys tell me what you think. You like that? I think it's great. So let me let it down here a second and show you the inside. And she's coming down. So yeah, I mean, I like to overlap. It's probably got about a 1.5 inch overlap of the metal. But I mean, when you weld it together, it's really strong. It holds really well, so I'm pretty happy with it. One thing I wanted to tell you, obviously you guys, if you watch my other videos, you saw where I had to split this thing right there and weld a piece in because it wasn't made right. Well, underneath, on both corners, right there, you can see, let me get the phone down here. So right in here, I had to take my grinder and cut a slot in it on the bottom because it was, when I screwed it all in place on the bottom, it kind of was dipping down like that, and it didn't want to go up against the bottom of the truck because these things, they're not made very well. So I had to cut a slot in it, and then it kind of overlapped itself underneath when I pushed it up into place, hammered it up in place. So I had to weld that slot shut and then grind it smooth. I had to do that on both corners, but I mean, it turned out really good, I think. I'm really happy with it. I don't know how well you guys can see it, but you can see that side there. It looks really nice on the bottom. This side here, I had to cut a slot in it, but it wasn't nearly as much. You can see it right, where's it at? Right here, right there. Yeah, you can see that where I slotted it. So yeah, it turned out real good. I'm really happy with it. This is a lot of work doing this stuff, but you know, in the end, it's going to be really nice. I get that cowl up there replaced, and I think that's pretty much all the rust repair I got to do on this thing. You know, I'm just moving forward on it. But if you guys remember, one of my first videos I made of this truck, down there in them cab corners, when I pulled that big blob of Bondo out of there that had wire in it and all kinds of crap, and it was like 2 inches thick, 2.5 inches thick. So I wanted to get that out of there. And so this is what it looks like now. Hopefully you guys can see down in there. Get my phone around here. There you go. See down in there, see how nice that looks now? Yep, that looks great. And there's my seams on the inside. I'll seal those up so they don't get any moisture or anything in them. But yeah, that looks really good on the driver's side. Let me go around here to the passenger side. And look at that. This one here was really bad, if you guys remember. But yeah, it turned out real nice. I'm really happy with it. And this is the back wall where I overlap the piece across the back. You can see that. So it turned out really good. I'm really happy with it. So I think Bo's going to be happy with it. You know, it's a little bit of work, but it's worth it in the end. You know, I think it looks really, really nice. So hope you guys agree. Like I said, comment below and tell me what you think, if you like my work or not. Anyhow, so that's it for now. I gotta run a couple errands, pick up some parts I ordered for this truck from the parts store, the auto parts store. And then I'll be back this afternoon, and I'm gonna work on these cowl panels. I think I might actually put the outside one on this side, because I think what I need to do to it, I can put the outside one in. I just can't put the inside one, but I put the outside ones on it. And once I'm done with that, then I can start putting POR on everything and sealing it so it doesn't rust anymore. So that's what I'll work on today. And then after that, I got to POR it, and I'll be doing that too. So anyhow, I appreciate you guys watching, and stay subscribe to my channel if you want, you know, and hit the like button if you want, and the notification button if you want. You know, again, I don't do this to be famous. I just do it because I like doing it. So if you like my work, let me know. I appreciate it. All right, talk to you guys later. Bye.